Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are back on tiermaker.com making a little bit of an updated Ninjago character tier list. I have over 100 characters in this selection right here, and we are going to go ahead and place them all among the tiers. We have S tier, A, B, C, D, and F. Pretty fair, I'd say. Now ignore, I guess, all the other stuff on the screen right now. There's not a whole lot I can do about that, but I figured this would be the best way to go ahead and present this to you guys. I want to go ahead and make this an updated list because my original one left out a lot of characters. We've had a few seasons since I made that original video, so we've added some of the season 11, 12, and 13 characters, along with a couple of other characters that I had missed the first time around. So naturally, we're just going to go ahead and, I guess, try to line up each character among the tiers themselves, and I'll give a little bit of a reason as to why I decided to put them there. Starting off with Kai, just jumping right into it. Kai is alright. I feel like I'm going to put him in B tier for now. I might go ahead and rearrange people later on, but Kai isn't my favorite ninja, but he's definitely not my least favorite, so he'll go in B for right now, I feel like. Jay, I'm going to put in, maybe A tier, just because Jay was my original favorite ninja, and I feel like he deserves a spot among the higher-ups, if you will. Cole, S tier, favorite ninja by default. Zane, I'm also going to put into S tier because he's kind of cool. Lloyd, I'm going to put in A tier next to Jay, and in terms of Nia, I'm going to place her in C tier because she's my least favorite. I should probably go ahead and organize these as well in terms of my favorites. So Cole would be my favorite ninja, followed by Zane, Lloyd, Jay, Kai, and Nia. That would be how I would rank the actual ninja themselves. Skylar, one of my favorite characters, you guys know that, S tier for me. Wu, I'm going to put in A tier because he's cool, but he could also be a little bit better in my opinion. Garmadon, S tier. Garmadon's one of my favorite characters, and one of my least favorite characters is Dareth. We're going to put him in the F tier. Not even going to bring him up to D for Dareth. Nah, you go in F. That's where you belong. Next up, Little Nelson. He's alright. Put him in C tier. He definitely has room to grow, and overall, from what I've seen in the series, he's not the best. Misako, I'm going to put in B tier. She's kind of cool. She's got some stuff going on. I really like her character, and I like what she does, so she can stay in B. Pixel, I'm going to bump up into A tier. One of my favorite female Ninjago characters. Ed, Jay's adoptive father. I'll put him in C. Along with Edna, they can be together in the C tier, kind of average. C is kind of what I'm doing for like the average middle level, if you will, so everything above that is kind of, good. Everything below that's kind of bad. Lou, Cole's father, he's funny in small doses, but I don't really care for him too much, so we'll stick him in D. Maya, Kai and Nia's mother, we'll put her in C. I like Ray, though, a little better, so he can go in B. I like Ray a little bit more than I like Maya, just in terms of characters. Cyrus Borg, it gets an A for me. Love Borg as a character. Ronan, I'm going to give him a D. Ronan's not my favorite character. There are some traits of his that I really just don't like at all, so he can be in D tier. Karloff, I'm thinking C for Karloff. He's kind of middle tier. Invisible Man or Mr. Pale, whatever you want to call him, I'll put him in D. He's not that great of a character. Same with Griffin Turner. I don't really care for all that much. Ash, I like his powers, so I'm going to put him at C. Neuro is kind of cool, one of my favorite elemental masters. He'll go in B. Gravis, we don't know a whole lot about him, so we'll put him in D. Bolobo, also going to go in D. Some of these characters kind of show up for like 2 seconds and don't really have that much personality, so they're kind of going to go in the lower tiers in case they don't have all that much personality. Jacob, same thing, D. Talks, D. I don't hate any of these people. The F tier I'm going to kind of reserve for people that I hate, just like this lad here. Shade is kind of cool, though. He's going to go in B. I really like him. What's this girl called? Camille, Shamil put in D. I don't know. The police commissioner. He's alright. I'm probably going to... yeah, D is probably where he's going to go. I don't know. He's kind of annoying sometimes. Faith is kind of cool. I'll put her in B tier. Mistake is really cool. I'll put her in B tier as well. Samikai, I think, is kind of fun, so he'll go in C. Cruncha and Knuckle, they can hang out with Dareth in the F tier. Oh, not Pythor. Cruncha and Knuckle can hang out with Dareth in F tier. Not a big fan of the mainline skeletons. Samikai is the only good one, in my opinion. Pythor, an A. Pythor is a very good character. Scales, I'll give him a B. He's also a good character, but not as good as Pythor. The Mechanic, I'm really happy that the Mechanic actually got a lot more screen time in future seasons, so I'll give him C tier because we got to know him a little bit more. Phantom or Fangdom, whichever one this is, the one two-headed snake, I'm going to put him in D. We don't know a whole lot about him. Acidicus, same thing. And then Scalador. as well. Yeah, we just don't know a lot about these three. The Overlord, I'm going to put him in S tier, actually. I really like the Overlord a lot, one of my favorite villains. Kozu's also really cool, put him in B. Dr. Julian's a really neat character, we'll put him in the B tier. The first Spinjitzu Master, now here's the thing with him. He's basically Ninjago's god, but we really don't know a whole lot about him, so I gotta put him in C. I like him a lot, but we don't know a whole lot about his personality, so C tier for right now, kind of the middle ground. General Cryptor, B tier, love the Ninjroids. Chen gets an A, I love Chen. Klaus can go in the A tier as well. Moro as well in the A tier. A lot of really solid villains that year. Now we get into some of Moro's ghostly people here, his ghostly minions. I think this guy's name is Wraith, if I'm remembering correctly. He can go in D. Bansha, also D. Soul Archer, I'm going to put in C, though. I like Soul Archer a little bit more than the other two. And Gultar, he can hang out in the F tier. The F tier is kind of reserved for the obnoxious characters. You can kind of see we're building a nice little collection down here right now. Perfect. Oh, I do need to point out as well, I should have said this earlier, but this is all just my opinion. Don't get too bent out of shape. And I'm also going to be leaving the tier maker down below in the description in case you guys want to do this for yourself. Notakon, A. Love Notakon. Flintlock, he can get a B. He's all right. Doubloon. Doubloon, I'll give him a C. Doubloon's kind of cool. Clancy. Clancy's not that great of a character, but he's also not annoying as much as these guys, so he can go in D. Dogshank, unfortunately, you're putting her in F. Don't like her. Master Yang, I'm going to give him a C. He's not my favorite villain. He definitely has some better lines in other seasons besides Day of the Departed. Chronix, I'll give him a B. He's cool. Crux, I don't like that much, so I'll put him in C. And then these three, they can all go in F tier. I don't even remember their names. I don't care. They're all equally obnoxious and forgettable. They can hang out in the F tier. Harumi, I'm going to give her an A. I like Harumi. She's kind of cool. Mr. E, I'm also going to give him an A. I really like Mr. E as a villain. I wish we just knew a little bit more about him. Ultraviolet, she can be in C tier. Not a big fan of her. Kilo, we'll put him rather in the same category. Iron Baron, I don't like. D, but he's not obnoxious, so not going to put him in there. The Omega is an interesting character, but he's a character that is kind of underutilized, so I'm going to give him a D as well. I really like his design, though. Hutchins. I remembered, it's Hutchins. We're going to give him, we're going to put him in C. I feel like he's a really cool character, but he's kind of forgettable. You know, pretty solid stuff. Echo Zane, in my opinion, gets a B. I like Echo Zane as a character. Mindroid, oh, I gotta love my boy Mindroid. He's going in S tier. He's underrated. Milton Dyer. Interesting guy, interesting character. We'll put him in C. This guy, whose name I don't remember, nor do I care, he can go in the D section. Really don't like him. He's just Akita's brother to me. Racer 7's kind of cool, though. She can go in C. Okino, you already know Okino's going in the A tier. Absolutely fantastic character. Antonia's kind of cool, too. We'll put her in B. Vanya, I'm going to put her in the A tier. Really like Vanya. She's really cool. The Skull Sorcerer, King Vangelis, he can go in B. He's kind of an interesting villain. I'll put him towards the top. Lily, Cole's mother, I'm going to put her in B tier, just because she's a lot better than Cole's dad, in my opinion, and there's a lot more to like about her. And plus, she was a really cool Earth Elemental Master. So yeah, easily B tier for me. These guys, F. Where are the other members of the lowly or the uply? He's kind of cool, though. I don't remember any of their names, and I frankly really don't care, but he's kind of cool. He can go in C tier. The magician dude can go right down here with this lad. Not my thing. The lowly or the uply, whatever you want to call him, the only one that matters is Adam, and this guy. Adam's not on this tier list because he's not so much like a human character. He's mainly just a spider. Speaking of non-human characters, Craig, I'll put him in D tier. He's all right. Sorla, she's an all right character. I'll put her in C. Akita, we're gonna put her in A. I really like Akita. Asphira, nah. Put her in D. Vex, I think he's a little better than Asphira. He can go in C tier. Scott, he's a really awesome character. Scott is going to go in maybe B tier. He's not that great. I wish we could have seen more of him, but I'm still going to put him in B tier. Kind of cool. Unagami is a really fantastic villain. Unfortunately, he really didn't have that much time to shine, so C tier for me. Then you got this Geckle, kind of like the elder Geckle. Again, really bad with names. He's all right. The little Geckle's kind of funny. I'll put him in C. And I actually do like the Queen of the Months. So she can go and see as well. The Postman, classic character, A for me. Love the Postman. Jay's mom and dad I put in here. They're his biological parents. His mom's kind of funny. I put her in C. His dad we don't know a whole lot about, so he can go in the D tier. Who else we got? Fuji Dove. Ooh, Fuji Dove. I'm going to give him a B. Fuji Dove's funny in small doses, but I feel like sometimes he just gets a little too obnoxious. But overall, I think in B, he's kind of cool. And then we have Char. We got Char. Okay, so so we got the actual tier list going here. In terms of my S tier, I think I'm really happy with that S tier. I really like these guys. Are kind of all my favorite characters, if you will. A tier, also I included some characters that I really enjoy. B tier are characters that I also kind of enjoy, but not so much. Yeah, I'd say that's about accurate. C is kind of my average middle level characters that I'm just kind of indifferent about. Or that we really don't know that much about. D, same thing, characters that I really just, kind of could do without, honestly, or could be different. I think that's a good way to describe this category. And F tier are just for the obnoxious characters that I really don't like, led by, of course, your leader, Grand Sensei Dareth. So overall, that'll pretty much do it for my tier list. I'm really happy with how this turned out this time around. I feel like adding more of the Ninjago characters is kind of a good thing. It was nice for me to go through and I guess kind of organize these guys again. If there are any other characters that I missed, I apologize. I tried to include as many characters as I could think of. If I'm forgetting someone, again, apologies. I might make an updated video regarding this tier list later on. But in case you guys would like to do something like this for yourself, I will leave the link to this tier maker in the description, so you can go ahead and check it out and I guess make your own list like this, and tweet it at me or send it to me on Instagram, and I'll be sure to react to it in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been my updated, I guess, tier list for all of the Ninjago characters. Feel free to go ahead and leave in the comments section how you think I did. Anyone upset for the people that I put in the F tier? Anyone object? Let me know what you think of my entire list, and hopefully you guys understand that this was just my own opinion, not trying to be super serious, but also, it's just my opinion and my list. So the list is going to be completely subjective depending on the person. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.